did turn it on there.
Good morning, everyone. How's everybody doing? Oh, it's a little hot, isn't it? Cool. I don't mean hot outside, I mean the mic is a little hot. Living out loud. Living out loud. Dag nabbit. Man. So Dr. Holmes starts out by saying, there is a power in the universe for good greater than we are, and we can use it. There's a power for good in the universe greater than we are, and we can use it. I like to say that there's a power for good in the universe greater than we are, and I want to allow it to use me. Which means that I get to surrender, that we get to surrender to allow it to live, move, and have its being. I love the fact that we live in a universe with a law of reciprocity, meaning what we give, we get back, right? Plant and then you reap what you sow and all of that. So we hear in Scripture that we live, move, and have our being in God and spirit and love, whatever you want to call that. Well, because of the law of reciprocity, then it must stand to reason that that thing we call God, spirit, whatever you want to call it, must live, move, and have its being in, through, and as us. First. That's why we're here. To live out loud, to be brilliant, to be bold, to be magnificent. So what does living out loud mean? Well, you have to answer that for yourself. Because my living out loud is going to be a little bit different from yours, I'm sure. Because I'm really quiet. Thank you for that song. So that song, How May I Serve, is a Ricky Byers song. And that was a song that I would sing every morning, and I did that for months. How may I serve today? How may I serve today? And I love the line, speak in ways that I may understand. So those messages can come, and they have come to me via a billboard or a bumper sticker or hearing a conversation or hearing parts of a conversation that answers my question, how may I serve today? Oh, I can do this. Or I can say this. I had a beautiful chance to serve this morning. There were a couple of people who came in today, and I went up to them because they looked like they were lost. Hey, how are you? How can I help you? How can I serve? And the young lady left her phone here last night, so we took care of that. But it's about looking for ways to serve. And looking for ways to serve is a way of living out loud. Living out loud. Living out loud means to let, oh really? Okay. Living out loud means to let go of all of those thoughts of limitation. Eugene, well, let me put it in my own voice. Thank you. Didn't want to go there. For example, I would say I can't live out loud because people are going to talk about me. I'm going to be judged. Here's what I learned about that. Nobody's judging me but me. Nobody's judging me but me because how can she serve today, sweet Candace? How can she serve today? See, living out loud. Now, if that were me and the roles were reversed, my judgment thought would be like, I'm not going to go up there because people are going to judge me. What a great example, right? Right? So what we want to do, I'm going to tell you, living out loud is to serve. And when I wanted to serve and wanted to live out loud, again, that voice, who do you think you are? Now, I know none of you have these voices. Who do you think you are? You don't know enough, or whatever the story was. And I couldn't live out loud. I would try to go forward, but that foot would be stuck in the path with what people said that I couldn't do or couldn't be. Man, come on. Now, here I am. Grown up. Okay, the body has grown up. There's still that kid who wants to live out loud. Live out loud. Now, that doesn't mean that you have to be, all boisterous and all energetic all the time. There was who was that? Ralph Waldo Emerson, who said that your presence speaks so loudly, I can't hear a word you're saying. Your presence speaks so loudly, I can't hear anything that you're saying. So you don't have to live out loud by being loud. We live out loud by being still. By being still. Listening to that still sacred voice from within that says, oh, we want to serve this way. Now, I say we want to serve this way because I'm talking about me in that inner presence. That's the we. I often ask, all right, Spirit, what are we doing today? How may I serve today? Speak in ways that I can understand. Because, and this is the other part I love about that chant, is where you lead me, I will follow. Where you lead me, I will go. Now, living out loud and going into those places takes surrender. And I love surrender, I love surrender, I love surrender. And for me, there are two sides to surrender. The one side is let me surrender all of the things that no longer serve me. Let me surrender those thoughts of judgment. Let me surrender those thoughts that I think somebody's trying to hold me back. Let me surrender the thoughts of lack and limitation. Let me surrender all of that stuff that no longer serves me, that doesn't work, which also may mean let me let go of those people that used to hold me down. Sometimes we may need to break away from folks. It's okay. Because the other side of surrender is let me surrender to all of the things that do work. Let me surrender to my joy. Let me surrender to my, ooh, really? Let me surrender to my love. Oh, let me surrender to my love. Let me surrender to my prosperity. Let me surrender to my joy. I've said that twice. That's good because joy is a beautiful thing. Let me surrender to my abundance. Let me surrender to my creativity. Let me surrender to that power for good in the universe greater than I am. So that power can have full sway in, through, and as each and every one of us. We are here to love. We are here to live out loud. By a show of hands, how many people are ready to live out loud? Yes! Yes! Now, how many people are ready to live out loud? I saw that. So I wanted to repeat that, right? Now, again, that doesn't mean that you have to be up front like Lawson or myself or Reverend Kathleen, or you don't have to be out front living out loud. Man, do you understand the number of people it takes to put this on? You don't see those folks, and they're living out loud. They're living out loud. I'm keeping track of my time. So, this is what we want to do. Meditation is a beautiful, beautiful practice. And you don't have to start with a half an hour. Start with 2 minutes. Just two. Just two. You can set your timer. And what that practice is really about is listening to what wants to be birthed, what wants to be lived out loud. Is there an artist within you that's been knocking on the door of your heart that you've not said yes to yet? Is there a poet that wants to write? Then you haven't sat down yet because of whatever the story is. Now is the time to let go of the stories that hold us back. Now is the time to live out loud. Why not? Well, let me tell you why. Because the world needs us. The world needs us now, in this moment, to live out loud, to be your most dynamic, beautiful, spiritually based and grounded self. Will you make mistakes? Heck yeah. Thank God. Why do I say that? Because if I'm not making a mistake, I'm not doing anything. And I love, as you know, I love words, right? So a mistake is mistake. Okay, so do it again. Take two. Eugene doing life, take one. Oh, you blew that one. Eugene doing life, take two. Right? Good. But the reason why we get to make mistakes, and they're really, really good things, is because we realize that it's not there. That mistake isn't there to stop us. That mistake is to show us, oh, go this way. Thomas Edison. They said, Mr. Edison, you have failed in the numbers change. The numbers changed 900 times, 60 times, whatever it was, right? You have failed so many times to invent the light bulb. Thomas Edison's reply was, I didn't fail. I just found those number of ways where it didn't work. So, keep doing it. Keep doing it. Keep living out loud. Be bold enough to stand up and go, I am here on purpose, which is the truth of your being here. The divine infinite intelligence loved itself so much as you that it recreated itself as you, named itself you, so that it can live on purpose through you. Does that make sense? So, what is in your heart that's wanting to come forth? What is it that inspires you? Let's go to the flip side. What is that breaks your heart? What is it that breaks your heart? And then get into, so how may I serve today in that? This is living out loud, my brothers and sisters. This is showing up, being the light that you are here to shine. It is time to take the lampshade off of your light. It's time to take that lampshade off so that you may shine your light. That's why we are here. Oh, but Eugene, you don't know what happened to me in the past, and I don't want to shine my light because I was hurt. I was whatever that is. Good, but that was in the past. It's interesting that as kids we are. Well, let me put it this way: as a child, I used to hear. It's better seen than heard.
Oh, I heard that one.
Right? It's better to be seen than heard. And kids, I love kids because they're so excited about life. Oh, guess what I did today? Look at my drawing. Can we put it up on the wall? Whatever it is. And then some parents, for whatever reason, well, okay, yeah, we'll put that in the wall in your room. Okay, great, whatever. Or be quiet. Don't interrupt. Grown folks are talking. So we learn to turn down that light. We have learned to turn down that light. So in this next 2 minutes, I want to encourage us and inspire all of us to turn our lights up. I play around with words, as I've said earlier, and Scripture is one of those things that I play around with, right? So it is written in Genesis 1:1, right? In the beginning, God... No, let's go Genesis 1:2. And God said, let there be light. I think that was a misinterpretation of the Scripture. I think it was God said, lighten up, it's not that serious. When you think about this, when you really sit down to think about it, we have everything that we need. We have everything that we need. Nature has provided us with everything. Everything. The breath that we breathe. The food that we eat, and the planet provides it all. We have been set up. So let's lighten up. Let's lighten up. So, who is ready to live out loud? I am. Woo-hoo! I'm sorry, what was that one? Thank you. With that, all I want to say is this, is be bold. Stand in your love. Knowing that you are supported. The universe supports you. Check this out. The entire universe, that which caused the universe to be and which is ever expanding, is that which is within you, me, and we. We are the way that Spirit shows up. We are the way that we get to live our lives in beauty. So live out loud. Starting when? I'm sorry, when? Now. Not just now, but right now. Peace and blessings, everyone. And now, I guess it's, where am I?